This is all starting to make some sense to me now. Maybe guardian dogs are part of the solution I've been looking for. But Marimas can't protect stock on the massive cattle stations. There's just too much land. There's a place in the very heart of Australia that's taken a whole different approach, where cattle and dingoes are left alone to coexist. This remote cattle station is a study site for Arian Wallach, an ecologist with James Cook University. With her is author and researcher Adam O'Neill. They say this place is different because for the last year, dingoes here have been left in peace.
Well, here we are in Dingo Utopia. What do you think of the dam?
It is amazing how the water's not fouled up at all. And the amount of vegetation I'm seeing around the dam is astonishing. What's especially surprising is all the new growth of plants that herbivores love to eat. And Arian and Adam say it's all because of the dingo.
That's a mulga.
Now that is so special. Without the dingoes, this thing would never survive. It'd get munched off by rabbits, kangaroos, cows. So on all your travels, Dave, have you ever seen anything like this environment around this dam?
Man, I've got to be honest with you. Palatable vegetation like this around a waterhole is unheard of. I mean, the behaviour of livestock is, it's easier if you get a feed right where you're having a drink. And so when the cows come in, the calves, of course, are going to have a bit of a feed around and you're going to lose all the vegetation.
Exactly. And water is also the centre of the dingoes' lives. It's the centre of their territories. It's where a lot of their hunting and communication happens. And so if dingoes are allowed to persist, you actually get the grazing moving out because this is the most dangerous place for a herbivore to be.
So in fact, the dingoes are actually allowing for regeneration around water.
As we see here.
Aaron and Adam believe that dingoes can help restore the ecology on a station. I get how more vegetation would mean more prey animals for the dingoes, so they'd leave the cattle alone. But Arian and Adam say the key is a stable pack.
When dingoes are persecuted, when they're baited, when they're shot, their pack structure breaks down. Their pack structure is very important for their education, for the stability of their behavior. And where persecution happens, for the most part, that's where attacks on livestock increase.
You basically get a situation where you get a lot of young juvenile delinquents running amok, harassing calves.
So it's like taking the older, wiser people out of society and then just leaving all the young people that have got no knowledge about how the best way of society to work is, or what's appropriate to eat and what's not appropriate to eat.
Yeah, well, we need our elders to teach us knowledge, to teach us manners, to teach us rules and regulations and laws, and dingoes are exactly the same.
On this station, dingoes aren't shot, trapped or poisoned. What I'm hearing is that they're establishing a stable pack structure, and a top-order predator influences everything, right down to the plants. But I have to ask, what about the cattle?
It's possible that dingoes will kill an occasional calf, but at the same time you have a station that's actually sustainable, that can feed, that can produce vegetation through droughts. At the end of the day, it's actually beneficial for the cattle to have the dingoes in the system.
It's a pretty compelling theory that dingoes can actually benefit a station like this. Looking over this land, I've got a whole new view on the dingoes' role out here. Today, Adam's taking me through some amazing country, and everywhere I look, I see dingoes. These animals aren't familiar with people. They don't know to be afraid. We think of dingoes as fierce and aggressive, but out here, where people leave them alone, I'm just seeing curiosity. I wonder if he'll come closer. What I'm going to try and do is make really little weird noises. So the dog's going to try and check me out. Hopefully, get a bit closer. This is absolutely incredible. We're on thousands and thousands of square kilometres on this station, and to be able to be this close, it's unbelievable. This young dingo is not so different to me. He's trying to make sense of what I am and where I fit in his world. And I'm trying to understand where he fits in mine. The way I think about dingoes has changed so much over this journey. I've lost some fear and gained a whole lot of respect. I know why many farmers think of them as the enemy, but now I see how intimately tied the dingo is to the health of our land. Are we missing something and not getting that Australia needs a topwater predator? And it doesn't matter what we do, dogs will slip through the cracks and create their own niche in the environment. And maybe there's a different solution for every situation. Some farmers might have to control dog numbers. Others may be able to use guardian dogs. And for still others, maybe leaving the dingo alone will impose a natural balance on the land. As a species, they have every right to exist. It seems we might need them more than we think. One thing I do know, I can't imagine Australia without them. For the first time in my life, I'm making camp in the bush. And I'm actually glad to know the dingoes are out here.